This video is going to show you a short workout that you can fit in every day to use your foam roller to improve your flexibility and mobility. All you need is your roller and a mat, and we're going to be starting with our calf muscles. To work into those calf muscles, you want the roller under either one or both legs, and you're just working from the ankle up towards the knee joint, making sure you're staying away from those joints themselves. So you can do this one leg at a time, or you can go for both legs simultaneously. It tends to put a little bit more strain on your arms that way, so if you want to protect the wrists, better to go one leg at a time, and then we'll be changing over into the other leg around about now. So you want to work through the length of that muscle, have a bit of a move around from side to side as you can see Lucy doing. If you're feeling any knots, any tight bits, focus in and hold on those for a little bit longer. It's gonna hurt, but it's gonna feel worth it. Next we'll be going on to the hamstrings, so just move that roller up above your knees. Now we're on to our hamstrings. That's that group of muscles at the back of the leg. Often get a little tight, particularly in hockey, and that can prevent your flexibility in things like reaching forward. So much like our calf muscles, you can go one or both legs at a time with this one. Work through that muscle belly, see if you can find any tighter bits. We will be doing an extra bit on the inside and the outside of the leg separately, so focus here predominantly on just the centre back of that leg. Find a knot, try and focus a little bit more on it, and keep pushing through up to that minute mark. Next we'll be going on to our glutes, so move into a sitting position on that roller. Okay, so with those glutes, we're going to be starting in a sitting position on the roller. We're going to work one leg at a time for this one. We'll have one foot on the floor, opposite foot up on that knee, and you're going to be rolling quite deep into those glute muscles. It's a big muscle, very thick group of muscles, so try and get a bit of pressure, a bit of weight through there. Find those knotty bits, and then we'll be changing over onto the other leg and doing the same on this side. So you can come a little more into the side, find the areas that are tightest for you, it's different for everyone, and focus a little bit more time on those. Next up is quads, so come over onto your front with the roller under your thigh muscles. We're working into our quads now, that's that big muscle group along the front of the thigh. We're going to be almost in a plank position here, so either on forearms or on our hands, taking the weight through those legs and rolling that roller along the length of that muscle belly from just above the kneecap up towards the hip. You can roll your weight a little side to side here. The quads cover quite a broad area, so you may want to focus a little more towards the inside or the outside, depending on where you're feeling that tightness. If you're getting any pain in the shoulders, you can take a rest, take the weight out of those arms, and then try and come back into it. Next will be ITB on the outside of the thigh, so come over onto one side. Okay, often the nastiest one now, we're working into that ITB, iliotibial band, that big broad band of tissue that runs down the outside of the thigh. This is an area that can often feel quite tight, quite knotty, and can be a little bit tender to do your foam rolling on. So expect a little bit of pain, but obviously don't take it too far or do anything that might into a bit of bruising. We're going to do one side first, and now we're going to be changing over onto that other leg. So here we're working from just above the knee up towards that hip bone, really finding those tight areas here, and there's likely to be quite a few of them. We're going to grit our teeth, keep pushing through to the end. Now we're coming onto our front and working on those inner thigh muscles, the adductors. Okay, this one can also feel a little tender for some people. We're working into our adductors, those inner thigh muscles, back in that rough plank position, working into the muscles from just above the knee up into the groin. So we're going one leg at a time here. We'll be changing over. It's quite a broad area of muscle, so you may want to just roll that leg a little bit on the roller to find those most tricky areas. And then we're going to change over now to that other leg. Again, just going through the length of that muscle, maybe getting an idea if we're a bit tighter on one side than the other, and trying to target those difficult areas. Finishing up with a back stretch, so you're going to have that roller under the thoracic spine. This last one should feel like a nice back stretch. Make sure you're not doing anything that feels uncomfortable for you. You're going to have that roller perpendicular to your spine in the middle of that back, that thoracic spine, and we're just going to lean back over it, taking the arms overhead if that feels comfortable for you, and enjoying that stretch. As you can see, Lucy's adjusting that roller from time to time. So give that a go yourself to find the best stretch for you. Well done sticking through to the end of this video. It's just a short bit that you can fit in after any kind of workout, or if you're feeling in need of a little bit of stretching, help loosen up any knots you've got. Try and do it a couple of times a week so you can stay on top of things.